Hi, I'm Christy of the Inner Buddha, and it's time for more Yahoo and Yahshua. We're going to learn about the holy that everyone talks about in all sorts of different faiths. We're looking at holiness, coming to understand exactly how this works and recognizing how it guides us to see our world differently. There's so much goodness surrounding us. There's so much to love. But if we don't view the world in accordance to holiness, well, so much of it just passes us by. Would you like to experience the joy of seeing all the goodness that surrounds us, the greatness that is God? Well, stay tuned. Okay, so I've got a beautiful bamboo here, and I can look at this beautiful bamboo in a lot of ways. I have 25 stalks, and they're all bamboo, so I can say that this is holy bamboo. This is entirely bamboo. Holiness in that case is looking at the whole sum of wholesome, gauging how much of this is what we're looking for, in this case, all of it, so it is entirely holy. From the ancient perspective, I would say this is infinitely holy with regard to being bamboo. That is its holiness. Now, I can look at this another way, can't I? I might ask, how healthy is it? And I take a look, there's 25 stalks, and I turn it around and examine everything, and oh my goodness, what is this? One of these stalks is failing. Well, that's not holy bamboo as far as healthfulness is concerned, is it? Well, I better toss that away. We do that a lot in life. We look at what's not there. We think, oh, well, this isn't holy what I'm looking for. Must be trash. You realize how much goodness we toss away because of this? How much of what is wonderful in our world we don't even see? In our partner, in our friends, in our marriage, in our relationships with others, in our work, in all of the assets that we have. We're surrounded by goodness. But do we see this? Or do we look at what's not there and say, nah, better trash this one. It's not holy enough for me. Well, we better get a better understanding of holiness, yes? Okay. So holiness looks at how whole something is on a scale from 1 to infinity. It's a gauge of purity that heralds from the ancient Egyptian culture, where it is a mathematical relationship. When I look at this bamboo and I say, is it wholly healthful? Well, 24 out of 25 stalks are wholly healthful. So its holiness is 25. Were there 100 stalks, of which 99 were healthful, its holiness would be 100, because 99 parts of 100 are wholly realized. Well, that's a lot of goodness, isn't there? And I look at this bamboo, and I said beautiful bamboo because it is. But if I was to look at what's not there, instead of marveling in this beautiful bamboo, I would miss all there is to love here and toss it away. Now, if I recognize the goodness in this bamboo, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to nurture it, right? I might give it some fertilizer. I might help it to flourish. Because let's face it, that which we love is that which we help to be more. As I foster this goodness, what's going to happen? Well, that failing stalk might rejuvenate, right? Leaving me with a holy bamboo. And why? Well, because I saw the goodness in it and I fostered its growth. I was able to recognize the whole sum of wholesome. Instead of looking what wasn't there, I saw what was and helped it realize its optimum potential. Well, if that stalk did not replenish, I, through the act of nourishing this plant, could have all sorts of buds on these many other stalks. There's 24 healthy stalks. And any one of these could become so healthy with multiple buds that I could separate it into 2 stalks and have a wholly healthful bamboo again. So, recognizing the holiness, fostering the growth of this goodness, well, that will leave this plant much more healthy. What do you think happens in my world? Well, I'm looking at a beautiful bamboo. Instead of looking at what isn't there, I'm seeing what is. and I am fulfilled by this. I'm helping it to be more. So my life is getting better. My bamboo is getting healthier. Now, when you think about your relationships, do you see everything that is there? Are you recognizing them in terms of their holiness? Are you seeing that you have a beautiful partner? They are, well, their eyes, their form. Oh, they're smart. And they do so much in this house to make life better. They wash dishes. They take care of meals for us sometimes. They take care of laundry. And we do things too, of course. We're contributing to this, but looking at our partner, that relationship, that giving, that receiving, it is so fulfilling. Is that the relationship you know? Because that's the relationship you have. Or do you look at what's not there? Oh my goodness, for all that you did, you missed this one little thing. Better toss you out like the plant, eh? Well, certainly we wouldn't do that. And yet we do that. We do that all the time. We have these beautiful people in our lives, but we look at what they're not and miss what they are. Oh, if we saw them in terms of holiness, if we saw the goodness, we would see everything that they are. And we would foster that. We would help them to be all they can be. Well, can you imagine what our lives would be like if we did this with everyone and everything? Well, it's easy, but we have to see the world in terms of holiness. We have to recognize that if something is perhaps 3/4 there, well, that's 3/4 of that is goodness to be claimed. Wow! Let's love it for what it is instead of condemning it for what it isn't. Because you see, if we love everything for what it is and we help it all to be more, and if all of us do this, well, a heaven of earth is what we will create, starting with our own lives and proceeding to the lives all around us. Holiness. Well, that is a path to Yahoo! And that is Yahshua! Or the wow, the wisdom brought down to the earth of God that makes everything better. Now, I look forward to achieving much more. But let's face it, we've got a lot of lessons, and there is so much to enjoy and learn about Yahoo and Yahshua. So, like, subscribe, and share this video. Pick up my guidebook, which is packed with wisdom that's going to help you realize your greatness and legendary life. And then let's proceed to the next video where we'll have more of the Yahshua and Yahoo.